Appalachian Trail is a special place to me and so many, and if you don't know who I am, my trail name is Wing It. I'm a 2024 Appalachian Trail alum, and you know, I stepped off last year from Appalachian Trail with not much of a plan, hence the name Wing It. Never hiked before, never been in the mountains. Had no long-term exposure to cold. Couched the trail, completely out of shape. Had no desire to actually hike at all. Didn't even know if I would like hiking, and some circumstances led to me going out on the trail. I am a person in long-term recovery, and you know, who's been blessed enough to devote much of his life to being a service to other people in the recovery community and elsewhere, and some circumstances led to some deep realizations for me, and you know, the loss of a friend in recovery, actually loss of two people in recovery, led me out to the trail, and one of the most beautiful experiences of my life, and you know, everybody has a story on the Appalachian Trail, and if there's one universal thing that plagues every single one of us, is that we all struggle with certain things in life. Everybody has a story, and everybody has, you know, adversity to overcome, and hurdles in life, and life is adversity, and obstacles, and there's so many beautiful reasons for people being on the trail. There's, you know, there's people in recovery, or there's people that have struggled with some substance abuse, or you know, there's traumas, military, personal tragedies. You know, it's endless. Depression, so many different reasons for people being out there, and it's a beautiful, like, tapestry of healing and community, man. Regardless of each person's unique and individual journey that led them there, the trail provides, man, and it gives you the things necessary, whether you're looking for them or not, to provide the healing and the direction for each of us, collectively and individually. So my personal journey is unique to me, right? It's not better than or worse than anybody else's. It's a circumstance, and I never came out on the trail to find anything, or to, you know, seek enlightenment, or to hike, or to conquer the trail, or for any of that. I was kind of led out on the trail, and it was never about me. It was this sudden realization for me that, you know, I'd spent so much time of being in service to other people in the recovery community, and having lost two people in 2023. I had this sudden realization that for me personally, it was no longer about telling people what to do to change their life. I wanted to show people. I wanted to be an example of someone who has changed their life. And I think before I had this realization that before I can tell anybody what to do on how to change their life, I first needed to show them that it is possible to live a different way. And so my hike was never about me. It was about, didn't matter what I wanted to do. My hike was was a platform to be of service to other people, and how that divinely manifested itself is still perplexing to me. But I don't need to know. I just need to listen to my inside voice, that intuition, divine spirit, higher self, universe, God, Holy Spirit, whatever somebody wants to call it, and to follow that. And I would try to continue to do that to this day, to quiet the external noise and what other people want me to do, and to follow that intuition and that divine guidance, and without any agenda, and just to be there for other people, man. And so where does that bring me now? I was a terrible hiker, but I 100% believe that it doesn't matter what I'm doing. My life has changed significantly enough. I've been graced significantly enough that it doesn't matter anymore what I do. That I can be content in any situation, regardless of the circumstances. Even if I'm terrible at hiking, even if I have 5 ER visits along the way, even if I'm tripping and falling every day and losing gear and completely out of my element, I could build lasting relationships and be okay in any situation, regardless of the circumstance. And even a unprepared, inexperienced hiker from Florida who'd never been in the mountains could put a backpack on that he's never worn before and walk to Maine, because I trust. So what does that mean for this year? First of all, my life is still about serving other people, and still about trying to be an example to other people, and including this channel, without ever telling anybody what to do. I just want to be a light and not a megaphone, and share my experiences in life, and the way that my unique perspective that was given to me, that I didn't do anything to achieve. I've been blessed with, and so I want to continue to do that. And even this platform, the YouTube channel, it wasn't my idea. It was led here by a loss of a friend in recovery who pretty much messaged me and instructed me that I should do more to get my message out there, start a YouTube channel, maybe a blog, and it's been a wild ride ever since, of trusting the process and trusting universal plan, man, because it's not my plan. And you know, since starting this, I've been a beautiful ride, and the channel has grown, and my entire life has shifted again, from never having hiked before to all of a sudden now I'm in 2025. I'm getting back to exactly what I enjoy doing, and that's being there for other people. It's not about me. It's never been about me. And so I plan on being on the Appalachian Trail again in a different capacity this year, and not as a hiker, but as of right now, following the bubble and being of service to other people, and offering rides and shuttles for the bubble from Georgia to Maine at this point, and using my own resources and my own money to do some trail magic, and continue to build on the relationships that I built last year, both in person with people from the towns all the way from Hiawassee to Maine, man, and beautiful trail angels and hostel owners and shuttle drivers and hikers and friends, and along the way, man, and I want to this year do what I do the best, and take a backseat and try to enhance everybody else's hike, and allow them to be the focal point, and freely give back what was so freely given to me. And I'm gonna vlog daily again, and I really want to use this platform to not for me to sit up here and spill my blessings and gifts in life, but to share the platform with others, and so that the world can see other people have changed their life for the better and have stepped out of the difficult, trying circumstances that we each individually face, and found a new way to find joy and peace and serenity in their life that may not be what our idea as society might look like. I've encountered so many people that find peace and contentment and joy in their life on a daily basis, with a lot less than what we think we need. And I hope to continue to use this platform to allow other people to share their testimonies and be a light to other people who are longing for a different experience than the one they're having, who are seeking some sort of relief from the struggle that each of us face in varying different ways. But that brings me to something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's recovery. I want to share my experience with being a person in long-term recovery and stepping out on a trail and having devoted my life to, being in that environment on a daily basis, and surrounded by meetings and other people in recovery, and sharing in that intimate setting, and to going out on the trail and walking away from all of that, and trusting that I was going to be okay, and I was more than okay, right? I flourished, and in the recovery community, doesn't matter if you're in a 12-step model or an abstinence-based model, or even not, right? And even if you don't believe in abstinence-based, it matters not to me, right? It's like my purpose is to be an example to people that you can absolutely be okay in any situation, regardless of the circumstance. So a question was posed, this is the beauty of it, a question was posed on the Appalachian Trail 2025 Facebook page about recovery meetings along the trail, and I didn't even really have to say anything. And a few people that know me from last year, followed this channel, have recommended me as somebody to reach out to, and that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm so appreciative, because it really has zero to do with me. I'm just a guy like everybody else, man. I'm a benefactor. I'm not the gift, right? I am a benefactor of the gifts, and that's my sole purpose in life, is to be an example to people and to be a resource for them, and not only in recovery, but any particular situation that they're struggling with. But recovery, I'm uniquely qualified in that area, man, because I understand that suffering on a deep level. And so, what is it like on the Appalachian Trail for people in recovery? And first of all, let me say that, that the trail is a mirror to life, and what you find in life, you're going to find on the trail. And there are certainly people out there that, some of my closest friends were daily users, right? Smokers, and it's a very free and encompassing community, and it's very open, and but there's also a lot of people out there who are strong enough like me, and I didn't have to run out there and shun people away. I got asked almost daily if I wanted to smoke or partake in anything, and fortunately enough for me, my solution is much deeper than just abstinence and saying no. It is, but I never once felt pressured, and some of the closest people I met on trail were people that partake in marijuana use or other substance use or drinking, and that's okay. I don't separate myself from people anymore, but the beauty of it is that I didn't preach to anybody. I accepted everybody as they are and where they're at, and it didn't take long before everybody, the Appalachian Trail information pipeline, gets around pretty quickly, and everybody knew that I was in recovery and long-term recovery, and I found exactly the same type of recovery settings in the trail as I found off the trail, right? Maybe I didn't go to a 12-step meeting or anything like that, but there were plenty of circumstances where I had one-on-one deep discussions with people who have transcended their own substance use or didn't, or was seeking to, right? And the beauty of it is that, like, even some of the closest friends out there, they're like, that I shared a lot of space with, that gave up drinking along the way, or not by me by any chance, but by the magic just is in the trail, and the trail provides, and the healing is there. And so if I could give anybody any advice, I went to one meeting along my 6.5 months of the Appalachian Trail, and that was in Hot Springs, and I took a double or triple zero there, and I had plenty of time, and decided to attend a 12-step meeting there. Most of the towns are very small, but trust me when I say there are plenty of people along the way who understand the struggle of people in recovery, who have some sort of history with addiction or alcoholism, who live a sober, abstinent lifestyle, and there's plenty others who do not, but are very, very, maybe they've overcome their own struggles in life that mirror much of the same root causes that substance abuse does. You see, for me, I knew that my recovery has almost zero to do with substances, right? Substances were my solution to the problem. They weren't the problem. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I can give anybody advice, is to go out there, to enjoy your experience, to not worry so much about the things that plague us here in society, or have plagued us. There's such a healing opportunity on the Appalachian Trail for all of us, and to embrace it, and to experience the absolute joy and beauty and the magic of the trail. The trail will put people in your path to help you if you are struggling with your recovery, or even better, that maybe you can be in a position to help somebody else out there who they may be struggling with their recovery. And it's really a beautiful algorithm, and I couldn't have planned it or created a more perfect transition from my daily life of being devoted to helping others to being on trail and having, God or source or universe put people right in front of me. Not that I can help in any means, but they were certainly there to help me along my path, and that's the beauty of it. Sometimes I'm the teacher, sometimes I'm the student, but I'm always open to learning from others. So I will be on the trail this year from the comforts of my vehicle. I would gladly give out my phone number to people in the recovery community or not. If somebody wants to message me, I'll provide my email in the description here of this video, and to be a resource to people, to give people, if I'm in the neighborhood, just somebody to talk to, or to offer them a ride, or to find meetings along the way, and if that is what somebody needs to do, And I will say this. There was a young man I hiked around, and ironically, his trail name was Old Man, and he was 20 years old, and just a wonderful kid, man. And this kid was pretty much, like most 20-year-old kids. He was out there on a very limited budget and hiking and just immersed in the beauty of the moment and the trail. And it doesn't matter what your spiritual beliefs are, or if you even have spiritual beliefs, but this young man happened to be a Christian, and he didn't set out to do this, but he ended up getting off trail early in his journey and attending a church service and hitchhiking to a church service. And do you know that this young man, every Sunday for over 6 months, from Georgia to Maine, found a way off trail and hitchhiked to a church service and never missed a week? And that's just a beautiful story, man. He didn't set out to do that, but somewhere along the path of him week in and week out finding a way and finding a road and researching far out and finding a service somewhere close by, that he relentlessly made sure that he attended a service every single week. And didn't really tell many people about it, man. It wasn't because it was his desire and his belief that encouraged him. It meant something to him. So, what does that have to do with recovery? The trail will provide, man. And if you are serious about recovery, then I will be out there to be a resource and friend to other people, and to offer rides when I can, to answer the phone, to just be somebody that will listen and that understands the depth of that sort of suffering and struggle. I'm uniquely qualified, man. I've lived it. So, and I'm also blessed to have been freed from that, and that I am fortunate enough to be there for other people. So if this young man, old man's, he has an old soul, man. If his example of somebody who didn't set out to do this, but found a way week in and week out for over 6 months to attend some sort of church service along the way from Georgia to Maine without ever missing a week, I promise you, you will get what you need on trail, including recovery meetings and peer support from other people. So I look forward to being out there and meeting as many of you guys as I can, and just having fun and enjoying what I love the most, and that's to be of service to other people and to be an example of how you can change your life, and to share the blessings that I've been so freely given with you guys. So let me know your thoughts, man. Please hit like, please share, please subscribe. If there's somebody who's hiking in 2025 that needs a friend, man, I'll be there. Appreciate it.